Hello viewers, and so we are here once again back to our class, and as usual I feel delighted knowing that you are out there providing me with your moral support. Your presence matters a lot to me. That is what encourages this channel to keep giving you more and more educative videos like the one we're about to have now. Welcome to Alfonso the Rothschild with your usual instructor, Ogochukwu. This channel is dedicated to helping all of us grow in our abilities in English language, to be able to speak and write and read fluently in English language. Today, we are still making our journey into tenses. The present progressive tense. You will do well to watch our two immediate past videos. The first one was on the meaning of the simple present tense and when to use it. The second is on constructions in the simple present tense. Today we are talking about the present progressive tense. Take a look at these verbs. Am, is, and are, plus ing. If you are already a student of English grammar, you will recognize these verbs instantly as the present forms of the verb to be. The present forms of the verb to be. To make a sentence in the present progressive is therefore simple. Use one of the present forms of the verb to be depending on the number or person of the subject of the sentence, and then add an ing word to it. The ing word is called a present participle. It is called what? A present participle. Let me hear you shadow me. Say a present participle. An ing word is called a present participle. That is when the ing word does the work of a verb in a sentence. When it is the part of a verb in a sentence, it is called a present participle. Why it is necessary that I clarify this is because the ing word can also be called a gerund. So the difference, very simply, depends on the function in a sentence, what we call grammatical function. If the ing word functions as a verb, then it is called a present participle. If the ing word functions as a noun, then it is called a gerund. So the ing word is pp, that is present participle. So the formula is very simple. Am, is, or are plus an ing word is equal to the present progressive tense. And ing word is called a present participle. What does the present progressive do? Some analysts, some grammarians prefer to use continuous, which is also correct. Present continuous tense or present progressive tense are the same. In fact, it is the present progressive that actually expresses an action in the present, because it means this is what is happening now. It talks about an action taking place when the speaker is talking about it. Let us take an example. 1. I am instructing my students on an aspect of English grammar. I am instructing my students on an aspect of English grammar. Isn't that what I'm doing at the moment? That is why it is present progressive. It is going on at the time when I'm speaking about it. Now, in the present progressive tense, in the sentence is am plus ing word. The ing word is instructing. Remember, it is the present participle. In this example, we say the form of the verb to be, am, is, or are, is the auxiliary verb, while the ing form, the present participle, is the lexical verb. You can also call it the main verb. The lexical verb is the one that expresses the main action of the verb, the main action of the sentence, while the auxiliary verb provides help. It helps it to express the action in whatever tense. For instance, it is am here that shows that instructing is taking place now. Otherwise, without am, I cannot say I instructed my students. That is a grammatical blunder. So it is I am instructing my students on an aspect of English grammar. Let us take another example. Sheila is driving her mother's Toyota It says Sheila is driving her mother's Toyota to the gasoline station. That means that's what she's doing now. She's driving her mother's Toyota to the gasoline station. Number 2 says, Mr. Peter is speaking. Mr. Peter is speaking with Mr. Andrew. Mr. Peter is speaking with Mr. Andrew. So let's take a look at sentence 3. But before that, let's take a look again at 2. Number 2, Sheila, singular. So have is driving her mother's Toyota to the gasoline station. 3, Mr. Peter, singular, is speaking with Mr. Andrew. Singular means one, singular number. In number 3, there are 2 people. Miss Bisang plus the conjunction and works like the plus sign in mathematics, meaning in addition to 1. While in addition to 1, making it 2. Miss Bisang and Miss Montgomery are, so with the plural subject, Bisang and Montgomery, The verb is, which is singular, changes to are. The singular form will be used for Sheila and Peter respectively becomes plural. So we say Miss Bisang and Miss Montgomery are both ministering to patients at the National Hospital. We can also use pronouns. For Sheila, she is learning to play the piano. She is learning to play the piano. Is learning. She is learning to play the piano. For Peter, masculine, still singular. Is singing. He is singing a lullaby to his fiancée. He is singing a lullaby to his fiancée. Mr. Peter is singing a lullaby to his fiancée. Sheila is learning to play the piano. Sheila is driving her mother's Toyota to the gasoline station. Mr. Peter is speaking with Mr. Andrew. I am listening. So I am instructing my students on an aspect of English grammar. Miss Bisang and Miss Montgomery are both ministering to the patients at the National Hospital. What about the plural form using a pronoun? Number 6, you. A pronoun that is both singular and plural. Say, you are dancing at the club tonight. You are dancing at the club tonight, aren't you? You are dancing at the club tonight, aren't you? Number 7 says, we are rehearsing. We are rehearsing. You are dancing at the club tonight, aren't you? We are rehearsing our roles for the drama performance. He is, she is. Then the plural form, you are, we are. And they are. They are making tea for the guests. They are making tea for the guests. So now we understand the changes that occur in the verb to be, am, is, are. When the subject of the sentence is singular, we say first person, I am, and second person, you are. First person, plural, we are. That is first person singular, I am, plural, we are. Second person, singular and plural, you are. Then third person, he is, she is, it is. Plural, they are. I hope you have questions for me. Please drop your question on the comment section. I will see your question and then I'll get back to you. For now, let us continue. These words are conjunctions. Using these conjunctions, we can bring two sentences together, joining them to form what is known in English grammar as a compound sentence, where two or more simple sentences. The sentences we've made so far are examples of simple sentences, where such two sentences are brought together so that two ideas are expressed in the same sentence. Let me give you an example. It says, Elaine is kneading the dough, and Franca is threshing the wheat. Two ideas, is threshing, is kneading, expressed in the same sentence with a conjunction and joining the two together. Elaine is kneading the dough, and Franca is threshing the wheat. So, number 2 says, Hillary is cycling to the baker's while Patrick is reading a paper on the balcony. Is cycling, is reading So in number 2, we have Hillary is cycling and Patrick is reading. Both sentences joined at the point at the center by while, which is a conjunction. In number 3, we now have he is approaching the gate, but the dog is barking. 2 actions going on progressively at the present time and joined using a coordinating conjunction. Sometimes the conjunction could come first in the sentence, especially conjunctions like while, whereas, and although. Let us take the example 4 to illustrate. It says, while it is raining, says, while it is raining, the lizards are basking in the sun. While it is raining, the lizards are basking in the sun. 5. Although sentence 5 here says, although the parents are intervening, the school authority is going on with its action. The school authority is going on with its action. So this is the other way of using the present progressive tense. Lastly, the other point we need to take note of on the present progressive is that it can be used to express a future action if we add an adverbial of time. That is, an adverb of time is attached to the present progressive tense and the adverb of time suggests a future time. Then the present progressive becomes a future tense. Let me give you an example right away. Take a look at this sentence. It says, Adana is making a trip, which is present progressive. But then at the end of the sentence, we have tomorrow, which means that the trip making is not taking place right away. It is something planned for the future. The attachment of the adverb of time, tomorrow, catapults this action that should be going on now to happen at a future time. says, when is Isabella graduating from college? Is graduating is present progressive. But when asks us a question about the time in the future when it will happen, meaning that it is not happening at present, it is a future action. Number 3 says, Mr. Bat is addressing. Mr. Bat is addressing the assembly of councillors. Is addressing. Sorry, I wrote is addressing twice. It should be so it says, Mr. Bat is addressing, Mr. Bat is addressing the assembly of councillors. When? Next week. So next week is an adverbial of time. It tells us the time in the future when Mr. Bat is addressing the assembly of councillors. So it expresses a future tense. Compare this to what we said in the immediate previous video, where we also showed an example of the simple present tense used with an adverbial of time to refer to a future action. So the sentences we have here, 1 to 3, should otherwise mean Adana will be making a trip, or when is Isabella graduating? When will Isabella be graduating? Or Mr. Bat will be addressing. But rather than use will be plus ing, we use the simple present tense along with an adverbial. Thank you very much, my treasured viewers, for being a part of Progress today. If you like our video today, if you've learned something, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel and please help us spread this video by sharing the video and like this video. That way, you will be encouraging us to do more. As I invite you to join me on our next video, please remain calm and stay out of trouble. And remember, take your English language seriously. It is your certificate to progress, certificate to success out there in the world. Thank you very much.